get in today's episode.
Because this is Unhinged N Loud, and we're just getting started.
We're different, and that's intentional. I process quietly. I reflect. I try to understand before reacting.
And I react immediately, out loud, with examples.
Yes,
I have to. Because I'm living. I gotta live, and I gotta be loud. I gotta explain.
You do the most.
I sure do. I have to. I'm working on my bucket list, and people got to understand that I was given a time frame versus my buddy here. You know, my unhinged and loud partner in crime here. That's the difference between us.
But both voices matter because healing doesn't look the same for everyone.
Some people cry, some people pray, some people laugh through it, some people curse a little. Sure.
Which one are you? I pray and I laugh. Well, you made me laugh.
I laugh. I like to laugh. I try not to. I always think there's always a light at the end of the tunnel. I try to laugh through pain. And at my age, I've been dealing with this autoimmune disorder since the age of 6. And I'm up there already of age. So laughing helps me get through it.
This podcast allows all of that. There's no right way to heal. There's just honesty. Living with chronic illness changes you, not just physically, mentally, emotionally, and socially. You lose energy, you lose consistency, and sometimes you lose people.
People don't know what to do with your pain they can't see. If you don't look sick, they expect you to act normal, and when you can't, they disappear.
Facts. This podcast is for anyone navigating invisible battles, the ones who still show up even when they're exhausted.
And for anyone who's been told you don't look sick, it's me all the time. I do not act sick. I don't look sick.
As that means anything.
Exactly. For real. Like, you can't see the pain.
It's like if they saw you sick, they would open the door, they'd pull out a chair, they'd speak to you nicely, they'd ask you if you need some soup. But just because you don't look it means apparently you don't have it.
Exactly. Yeah, it's for anybody who's been told you don't look sick, and it means it does. It's like, are you serious? Yep, that does.
Yeah. One of the hardest parts of healing is realizing not everyone can come with you.
Some people are only comfortable with the version of you that needed them. It's true.
And that is fact, because when you get sick, you start to notice little truths about people. Like, some people are not expected to go where you go in life. And when you start standing on your own, that dynamic shifts.
Yes, they can't handle that stress. They can't handle that particular stress. So what they do is they just like, no, I can't do this. They leave. They walk out. They can't deal with the stress. Suddenly you're different. Suddenly you're distant. Suddenly you're too much, which is true.
All the way true. And we all, yeah, it's like you can't be in their little box they want to put you in, so you get to be too much, so they just distance themselves. But growth requires space, and space reveals truth.
Yep.
One of the hardest parts of healing is realizing not everyone can come with you.
Some people are only comfortable with the version of you that needed them, which is always true.
Yes, absolutely. And when you start standing on your own, that dynamic shifts.
Suddenly you're different. It happens to me all the time. Suddenly you're distant. It happens to me all the time. And suddenly you're too much. I get that one all the time. It has to be one of the most annoying ones. You're too much. You're too much.
Absolutely. But growth requires space, and space reveals truth. And this season is about truth. Raw, uncomfortable, necessary truth.
We're talking about autoimmune life, friendship loss, dating losings, fighting family triggers, boundaries that cost you people. And it's true. Boundaries. Relationship, reading, friendship loss. They can't deal with it. They can't.
Because it's like getting up and getting dressed, all these canceled plans that you're not intending to do. You just you feel like you're trying to crawl through this quiet storm that you're living, and nobody understands the plans that you're canceling aren't intentional. It's because at that moment you're not feeling good because your flare-ups don't have specific times and days.
Exactly. And if you're dating, if you're single like I am and trying to date, you're going to keep your illness a secret because you don't want to overwhelm the person because you're not sure if you're dating somebody who's an avoidant. So,
right. So more information could be too much for them at that point.
Exactly. And then you don't want to scare them off. So then you got to fake it. Like my buddy says, you got to fake it and make it. So you got to really fake it in a relationship. But then you need to figure out how long until you tell that person. And
yeah, like give yourself like a time frame. Because if the person's not even worth it, it's like, why would you even tell this person anyway? But at the same time, it's like, if they are the person, if you told them up front, they would stick around. You know, if they stuck around, it's true intentions. If it's not, then it's not. You know, why waste 6 months down the road?
But that's the whole hard part. Why wait? But that's the whole part. That's the whole hard part. Because in my case, I was told I had 10 years to live with this. You know what I'm saying? So do I want to bring somebody in my life knowing that my time is short? Like, how do I tell somebody that? You know what I'm saying? And not to be selfish. I feel like, you know, someone gets attached to me. That's selfish if I go. You know what I'm saying? I can go from this.
Not really, because in some situations you need to be selfish for you. But look at it this way. If you started dating a person and a couple of weeks down the line you say, I have this condition and it requires this and this and this and this. If you told them off the gate, if he leaves, you know that just wasn't going to work anyway. If he stays around, then that person is really intentionally trying to be there for you. You see what I'm saying?
And that's really rare because, I mean, our condition, because it seems like when you have about the same one, it can be very overwhelming at times.
Exactly.
And just trying to mask it all the time, trying to stay happy, even though I'm in a fetal position, just want to cry and be like, what the world is going on? And in my case with the fibrosis, because my autoimmune affects my lungs, I feel like I'm drowning in my own spit at times, and I go through so much anxiety. And it's not me going, like, mentally going through anxiety. It's things, my lungs are having spasms, and just trying to control that. The spasm, it's overwhelming.
Right. So if you told that person off the gate, this is what I have, this is what I go through. If they're there and they stick around, that's for an intentional, genuine reason. So you know that, you know, they're not there for any other bullshit because, you know, you've already told them off gate what's been going on with you. On the other hand, if you wait 6 months down the road and they're just like, peace, I'm out, I can't deal with that. Well, that's 6 months of your life that you could have been with meeting somebody else that will be there for you.
Exactly. Yeah. It's like a hit and miss in a relationship.
Right. So this season is about truth, raw, uncomfortable, necessary truth.
We're talking about autoimmune life, friendship loss, dating delusions, family triggers, boundaries that cost you people all the damn time.
Some episodes will be gentle.
Some episodes would feel like a mirror you weren't ready to look into.
But all of them will be honest. If this episode helped you feel less alone, that matters.
And if it made you uncomfortable, sit with that.
We're grateful you chose to start this season with us.
Because this is just the beginning. For real. It's just the beginning.
Protect your peace.
But don't mute the truth. Come on now. Speak the truth.
Because this is Unhinged N Loud, where healing isn't quiet and honesty doesn't whisper.
And that's why I'm unhinged and loud. Do you see me following her with this? Hell no. That's why I'm unhinged and I'm loud, where healing isn't quiet. And honestly, I don't freaking whisper. See, she said it nice and calm. I had to bust it out loud. See that? Boom.